What up everybody, and welcome back to a very juicy video. Recently I posted this video where I hit the #1 AK-47 jet set, and I asked for suggestions from you guys on what exactly you wanted to see. There's a little kid here interrupting me. The top comment was from Nade King, who said the #1 Redline. I presume you mean the AK-47 Redline and not the AUK Redline. We also had #1 MP7 Whiteout. Unfortunately, that is not possible. And the #1 FAMAS Spitfire and the AK-47 StatTrak Fuel Injector. AK-47 Hydroponic, but I've already crafted that. One comment that particularly stuck out to me right here, #1 Desert Eagle Blaze. I wouldn't be able to do this kind of crazy stuff if it wasn't for sponsors. So it's time for a little brief introduction to Skinport. Skinport are a skins marketplace that are smooth, fast, easy, and secure. They're highly trusted with a score of 4.9 out of 5 on Trustpilot. And if you're looking to buy or sell skins, you'll be able to buy skins on Skinport way cheaper than the Steam market, and you'll be able to sell your skins for real money. As of making this video right now, they currently have 1.85 million CS2 skins on their site available for purchase. And if you want to add to that with your own skins, or you want to check them out, make sure to use the top pinned comment down below. There'll be a link. Click on that. Let Skinport know that I sent you. Let's get back to the video. Now, this one is particularly hard to make because to beat the #1 current Desert Eagle Blaze, you would need a sawn-off copper of basically around this flow. Anything higher, it's not really going to work. It's not going to beat it. That's how incredibly old school and rare they are. There was only one sawn-off copper in this float available right here, owned by Frankfurter, who's had it for about a year or so. Because I like giving you guys what you want, I've committed. I bought this sawn-off copper with a Titan Katowice 2014 sticker on it for $2,000. This sticker alone, unapplied, is $60,000 plus. And when talking to Frankfurter, he said, I think it would be the first Titan Holo traded up since that 4x Titan USP in McSkillet's video. The particular video he's talking about, if you know it's McSkillet, then you know it's incredibly old school. This one, Chinese collector accidentally burns $3,500 skin in a trade up. And this is the skin right here, 4x Titan Holo USPS. However, that all changes today. What do I have in store for you guys? Well, I have the #1 SCAR 20 Emerald. I think we could also get the FAMAS Spitfire from that, which was suggested in the comments. The #1 AK-47 Vulcan. What a sick and old school skin. That would be incredible to hit. The #1 AK-47 Redline, just for you, Nade King. However, not just one Redline. I'm going to be going for both the StatTrak Redline and the non-StatTrak Redline. We've also got the #1 StatTrak AK-47 Fuel Injector, as requested by you guys, and one that I have been dying to do myself. Recently, at the CS2 Major, I met one of the creators of the M4A1S Wild Lotus. Black Lotus. I meant Black Lotus. And she very kindly gifted me this, a factory new Wild Lotus, and even put her signature on it. This one's a keeper for sure. But just to pay back the favor and try and do something epic for her, I'm going to be attempting the #1 M4A1S Black Lotus, and hopefully, if I hit it, very, very low chances, but if I do hit it, I'll send it to her. And last but not least, obviously, we have an 8% at the #1 Desert Eagle Blaze. This video is absolutely jam-packed. Currently, the #1 FAMAS Spitfire is a 0013. I don't think we're going to be able to beat that because our contract would only get a 01. However, we're going to try and hit this bad boy instead, the SCAR 20 Emerald. The #1 SCAR 20 Emerald is a 000013. We would be making something like a 000011. In fact, considering all of our inputs, I think we may even get a lower float than that. So, first contract up. Here goes nothing, right? 9% at the SCAR 20 Emerald, #1 float in the entire world. 9% at FAMAS Spitfire, wouldn't be #1. 80% M4A1S Nitro. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, SCAR 20 Emerald. Oh, there it is, the 80% Nitro. First contract, we have failed. Contract number 2. I say we attempt the number 1 AK-47 Vulcan. This is what our contract is going to look like. A lot of extremely low classified floats. And boom, this would come out 000019 Vulcan. I think it would also be the number 1 AK-47 Asimov. Yup. At 50014, it would beat it. This current number 1 Vulcan is backbanned. So it would be satisfying just to create it so we could get a new number 1 that was actually usable. We're also going to chuck in this colony, which could give us the AWP containment breach. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be the number 1 because the number 1 AWP containment breach has 5 zeros at the moment. However, I think that would be the number 2 AWP containment breach. Percentage-wise, not the best I've ever seen, but we've done crazier things in the past. 5% number 1 Vulcan. Let's do this. We've got a lot of contracts to do, so we can't hang around. 3, 2, 1. Volcano. Oh no, the AK popped up for a brief second there and I was like, we've hit it. Unfortunately, it's the Nightwish, and I remember doing my research on this one, and I remember it's not going to be the number 1 Nightwish, it was going to be the number 2. I gotta confirm that. Oh, I mean, it's not the worst outcome either. It's like maybe medium, but it's not what we were hoping for. This 4022 Nightwish isn't even the number 2. Oof, it's more like the number 7. I mean, it's a pretty sick skin, but it's a far reach from a number 1 like we were hoping for. 2 contracts failed so far. Pretty gutting. Let's move on to the number 1 M4A1S Black Lotus. We're gonna need this guy right here for it, the ST AK-47 Hybrid. Look at this float. Disgustingly low. I've been calling it the Wild Lotus this whole time. It's actually the Black Lotus. The Wild Lotus is the AK-47. But the number 1 Black Lotus in StatTrack is 4 zeros and a 2-1. This is going to give us a 3.33% of the Black Lotus. 3's my lucky number, so we got this, right? Ariata, this one is for you. Thank you so much for coming up to me at the major and saying hi and introducing yourself. Thank you so much for the super kind signed gift you sent me. Let's keep our fingers crossed I can repay the favor and give you something epic. The number 1 crafted by myself just for you. 3%, let's count it down. 3, 2, 1, Black Lotus. Oh no, that's real bad. That is definitely like one of the worst collections we could have possibly hit. Let's have a look at the float. I'm guessing it's going to be 4 zeros at least. Yeah, 4 zeros and a 1. I'm sorry, Ariata. I tried my best. 3rd contract in a row failed. Once again, we have roughly a 3% to hit the number 1 AK-47 Redline. This one's for you, Nade King. You suggested it. All of these inputs are absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if you've seen these floats. You haven't, because I haven't shown you yet. But they're all either 5 or 6 0 input floats. These are some wild rare skins. Going to be deleting them all for a chance at 3%. Number 1 AK-47 Redline. The Redline is, of course, float capped. Currently, it's a 100005. We would be meeting that with this contract. Would probably suck for this guy because he's got the Titan Katowice Holo 2014 on it. It's all up to Gaben now. 3, 2, 1. 3% AK-47 Redline. Oh! It's the Tooth Fairy, and I remember this one having a lot of low floats as well, so I presume it's probably not the number 1. Look how low that float is. Did we make the number 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have made the number 1 Tooth Fairy. That's nice. Literally just did it, but we've done it. Satisfying to at least get 1 number 1 in this video if all else fails. Moving on to the StatTrack Redline, the current is 3067. We'd probably be making a 3 zeros and then a 3. Here's what the contract's going to look like. Here is our Guardian. Come on, AK-47 Redline. Once again, this is a 3.33% at it. Nade King, once again, this one's for you. Let's count it down. 3, 2, 1, 3% AK-47 Redline. The monkey business. That's no bueno for sure. What's the float? It's float capped as well. Okay, 3 zeros and then a 4-2. Let's check. Oh, and then a 1-5. It's definitely not number one. Once again, another fail. The current number one ST AK-47 fuel injector is a 00026. So we need on average 000 ones to add into the contract, but we'll chuck in some that are even lower than that. And we're going to take the Mortis that we sadly failed the other contract on and crafted, and we're going to whack this one in as well. This gives us a 5% at the number one ST AK-47 fuel injector. There are also some pretty other interesting outcomes. We get Tamukau or a headshot. Don't think they'd be number one. Chrome cannon or an inheritance. If you watched my last trade up video, you'd know that I hit the number one ST inheritance already, so this would not beat it, unfortunately. Pretty questionable outcomes in the neo-noir, blood sport, stuff like that. We don't want to see that. Print stream would be pretty nice. Loads of random outcomes. Only one that we truly want. AK-47 ST fuel injector. Let's count it down. 3, 2, 1. Close my eyes for this one because this is a very expensive one. Let's go. Oh no, bro! I saw the ST AK-47 and I was like, we've done it. And then second time, 4 zeros and a 7. I highly doubt it's the number one. Number one's 4 zeros and a 2-9. We made the number 2. Yet again, another harsh, expensive fail. Which means we only have one final contract remaining. The contract that this video is entirely based around, and the contract that will destroy a Titan Holo sticker. The number one Desert Eagle Blaze. Currently, the number one Desert Eagle Blaze has been duplicated. We don't want that. It has 4 zeros and a 2. I believe if we were to hit it, we would have 5 zeros and an 8% shot at it. We also have an 8% shot at the Glock 18 Brass and an 8% shot at the P2000 Scorpion. If we hit either of these will not be number ones. Third slot, magic slot, the $2,000 sawn off copper. I think, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last and final time the Desert Eagle Blaze number one is ever attempted. This was literally like the only thing left in existence that could possibly even make it, and I'm the only person who's insane enough to buy it. So after this, I don't think there are any more attempts. I would be amazed if anyone managed even one singular more attempt at this. Final item goes into our final contract. We haven't hit many things that we were hoping to hit today, but it all comes down to this last 8% at a legendary super old school skin. Number one, Desert Eagle Blaze. Gaben, I know you can hear me. It's time. Let's count it down. I have to close my eyes. I'm nervous. 3, 2, 1. Goodbye, Titan Holo. Hello, Desert Eagle Blaze. Let's do it. No! The nitro. Oh, that is a tough pill to swallow. Final contract failed. Well, on that devastating note, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. We had a fail, we had a fail, we had another fail, and then we had a fail, and we had a fail, and then last but not least, we had a fail. Not the luckiest trade up day we've ever had, but your sympathy likes are always massively appreciated. Stay tuned for more crazy trade ups. If you have any suggestions, please leave them down below in the comments. As you can tell, I check them out and I attempt them, but they don't always go as planned. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.